Recently, during the holidays, I took a trip back home to Maryland to play in my first ever USTA tournament as an adult. Except I really don't know anyone there, and I haven't played tennis in quite a bit during this time, and I've been getting a little bit fat during the holidays. I've been eating too much junk food, not moving at all, and just overall getting super out of shape. Until someone from back in my high school tennis days saw my videos, hit me up, and then we played a tennis match to get me in shape for my tennis tournament. This is Ben. He doesn't really play USTA, he doesn't have any UTR records, he doesn't have any tournament history, but he is the most active commenter and subscriber on my channel. So that, by default, makes him the coolest person I've had on this channel so far. So we played for competing high schools back in my high school days. We played each other a couple times during high school season, and I came out on top in our matches against each other. So he is out here looking for revenge. He's been talking trash about me this entire time. He's confident he could beat me, looking to embarrass me on my channel. Except I have to play a little bit differently this time. So this is my backhand normally, and this was my backhand during that match. So during this time, I recently came off a little wrist injury I had after my match against Kyle. My wrist was in a lot of pain, so I decided to use only a one-hander in this match, except this is my first time playing with a one-hander, so definitely not a great idea. So let's see if I could beat my high school rival with one hand. Let's get right into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, welcome to the tennis match. I know I sort of hyped this match up in the intro a little bit, but just to clarify, this match was all for good fun and super casual. I think you'll see later on that I may have been messing around a little bit too much during parts of this match. But anyways, this match was genuinely a very interesting match. Ben is a very unique player. He is definitely very solid, very fast, and very athletic. This guy like runs half marathons just for fun. So we haven't played each other for a couple of years, and when I was living in Maryland, I often played with him quite a bit because he was kind of like a wall. He doesn't miss very often, so he's a very good hitting partner. Yeah, definitely a good match, and also pretty good practice for me before the tournament. I was using this match kind of like a gauge to see whether I was ready. So if my left wrist didn't recover in time, I wanted to use this match to see if my one-hander was good enough. And spoiler, I found out quickly that my one-hander was not good enough, so I ended up playing that tournament with two hands, and that video will be out soon enough. So yeah, you'll see me play a little bit differently in this match. I tried to come into the net a little bit more, especially in the beginning where I was a little bit more confident, a little bit more loose. Ben is pretty solid from the baseline. I think we are both baseliners, and when he comes into the net, he can close out points, but obviously not his most comfortable spot. He uses a pretty interesting racket. I want to point out he is using the Pro Staff 85, and that racket is super old. The head is super small, and this racket is quite heavy. So he is using a very old school racket, which kind of goes with his playstyle. He has a very old school grip. His grip is super Eastern, which is like very contrasting my super Western grip. So this is a pretty interesting matchup. During these baseline rallies, he will hit some pretty crazy angles sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure if he does that on purpose because he hides it really well. So a lot of times I try to guess where the ball is gonna go, and I guess completely wrong. Ben hasn't really been targeting my backhand all that much, but at the same time I was really avoiding a backhand to backhand rally, so a lot of my shots were going to his forehand. So at this point in the match, I felt pretty comfortable just hitting anywhere, just trying to get the feel of the ball and trying to get the feel of the match. But anyways, yeah, we are up a pretty early lead. It is 3-1, and we're gonna try to keep this up. Okay, not really sure what I did during this point. It was kind of an example where I kind of goofed around a little bit too much. You see me purposefully switch my forehand grip to Continental, just trying to see if I could in fact hit a forehand like that, but I ended up timing it really bad. So yeah, anyways, a pretty well set up point by Ben. He does make a couple more errors than he should in these first couple of games, and at 40-15, 2 break points, I do something a little bit different on his second serve. Pulled a little bit of a fet there. The return was garbage, but at least I was able to close out the point with some decent hands at the end. I get a decent serve here. Ben makes some weird noises. I started that game at 15-30, definitely not because I double faulted twice. Not sure why I went for an underhand serve there, but I ended up missing it anyways. So I kind of deserve to lose that service game anyways. Nope, still usable for my channel. I already spent like 2 hours editing the intro for this video, so I'm definitely gonna upload this. Honestly, I think we had some pretty good rallies, pretty good points throughout this entire match. Definitely got pretty intense there in the middle, so look out for that. But yeah, this is where stuff starts falling apart for me a tiny bit. I lose a bit of focus. I tried being super fancy on some points, and I end up losing some points that I shouldn't have lost. But definitely still had a lot of fun playing this match. I felt like the nature of this match was a little bit more relaxed. I got to work on some things, including that one-hander. And speaking of which, a lot of my misses, a lot of these points that I lost were from that one-hander. I feel like I swung a little bit too far in front of me and followed through a little bit too early. In warm-up rallies, they felt quite good, probably because there was more of a rhythm and it was much easier to get the timing down. However, in a match, you know, all of that stuff just kind of goes out the window, and my self-taught one-handed backhand was definitely not cutting it. Just that one-hander costing me the point again. It falls really short, and Ben is able to finish the point off with another one of his short angle forehands. So the thing is, a lot of his more tricky shots were the shorter angles that catch me by surprise. I have a lot of trouble dealing with them sometimes because I expect it to come a lot deeper, and Ben is able to use that shot really well and just catches me off guard sometimes. Pretty solid finish right there in that point. There, once again, just using that short angle, pulling me out wide, and we are now back on serve. We make a couple of pretty bad unforced errors that we shouldn't be making on my forehand side. Once again, right here, just mistiming that forehand, don't really drive it forward at all, and we give Ben a pretty easy floater for him to put away. So now we are all tied up at 4-all. We throw away our service game, we throw away our lead after being up 4-1 in a set. So yeah, not doing too great. Yeah, should be moving forward on that forehand a little bit more. I did use a slice there for once in this match, which I should be doing more often. I probably would have had a easier time with this match if I just replaced all my one-handers with slices, but I really just wanted to work on that one-hander and just get more reps in, try to figure things out, swinging as much as possible and just working on it. But anyways, I feel like I should use that slice a little bit more. Pretty fun point there. It was going pretty well for me. I think it was pretty neutral until I got that one-hander. And at this point, I feel like I've missed too many one-handers to the point where I am a little afraid to swing through it. And that is causing more troubles with me. But clearly, I'm not an expert on one-handers. But just from the recording, I could kind of pick up a couple of things, which is one, my swing path doesn't really look right. I should be swinging more forward. I think I'm swinging to the side a little bit too much. Two is that I'm a little bit slow to drop my racket head. And three, I tend to lean away from the shot as I swing. But obviously, I didn't get to see these things while I was playing. It's just only after, you know, when I'm editing, when I'm looking over the footage, that I was able to see this stuff. So it's actually pretty cool to be able to record yourself and watch yourself over and over again. You could pick up on quite a few things. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we lost 4 games in a row. We did get one back though, so we didn't lose the set. But we were up 4-1, lost 4 games in a row. And now we are on a mission to not get embarrassed on this channel, because it would be pretty sad if I lose a 4-1 lead, playing as bad as I was in that first set. Not sure why I thought that was a good ball to approach on. Anyways, Ben and I have this inside joke where I win all my tie breaks on my channel. So I was kind of joking to him that at this point it is over for him, because even if I lose this game, I will definitely win the tiebreaker. But hopefully I don't jinx myself. Yeah, just once again not stepping into that backhand. I think intuitively, whenever I start missing, I shy away from D-ball, which is going to cause a little bit more issues, because when you get tight and you're afraid to swing, you're going to start missing more. We get a little bit frustrated after that point, shake it off, and we do play a decent point here at love 30 to bring ourselves back into the game. And now it is tied up at 40-all, so, and looking to just win these 2 points to close out the first set. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. The second to last ball I hit, I keep expecting Ben to hit cross court on his forehand. I got a little bit overconfident, started moving a little bit too early, and he was able to catch me off guard there. And yeah, he's definitely keeping me on my toes. Having quite a bit of trouble closing out the set. But yeah, we just need to chain 2 to 3 pretty good points together in a row, and that's all we have to do. Alright, so a bit of a scrappy set, but we managed to take it down. Not the way I was trying to win it, I guess. Ben gave me a couple of unforced errors at the end. He was playing super well, but just a couple of crucial points where he made a couple of errors, and I was able to take down the first set. At this point, I'm definitely a little bit more locked in. To me, the first set was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. I felt like I was losing focus a lot of times, just playing a little bit too unseriously. I mean, I was trying to win the entire time, but I think at times of the game, I was having a little bit too much fun, I guess. But yeah, Ben played pretty well in the first set. Definitely going to be a challenge to close it out in the second set. But I joked around to him during the changeover that I will only let him get 1 game in this set. So his goal is to get 2 games. You can see me being a little bit more aggressive here. And Ben hits the dab, trying to return that volley right there. I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, so I've been practicing coming in a lot more and trying to close out the point at the net a little bit more after that L I took against Hassan a while back. And Ben right here just letting that ball drop a little bit too much, and we get that win at the service game. So now it's 2-0. You see me getting the hang of the one-hander a little bit more in this set. Still not much pace with my one-hander, but we are able to make some progress. We are able to use it to stay in rallies and not, lose the point off them. So, not bad, I think. So just really stepping in on those returns, trying to work on taking advantage of a weaker second serve. I typically just hit down the middle on my returns, which is the safer option, but trying to be a little bit more aggressive, trying to take advantage of easy balls when I can. So good to see it working in practice from time to time. Now we are up 3-0. We are now 2 break points up. And I'm feeling my strokes a lot better, but we just have to keep this up, not lose our focus, and try not to throw away a big lead like we did in the first set. Overall, felt pretty good about that service game. I should be using that slice a little bit more often against Ben. I feel like the change of pace really gets to him sometimes. So we close it out. We are now up 4-love, and Ben hits this really sick serve right in the corner, pulls me out wide, and I'm forced to hit some defensive slices. And he's able to hit those angles pretty well. He is able to close out the point usually, unless he's under a lot of pressure. And here at 15-all, he hits this super insane skyhook shot. Looking back at it, maybe a little bit wide, but I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. I just thought it was a really cool shot, so I was a little bit distracted by that. Yep, totally meant to hit that return, 100% intentional. And in this point, Ben hits this crazy short angle shot that just catches me off guard once again. Not really expecting them. Deuce again, and here I go for a two-handed backhand, sacrificing the ligaments in my left wrist just to hit it straight into the net. Even though it was a sitter for my backhand, I didn't warm up the two-hander at all, so was definitely not warm. Definitely not a smart idea. Anyways, Ben gets 1 game, and now it's 4-1. And like I agreed on at the beginning of the set, I'm not supposed to let him win more than 1 game. At this point, we have been playing for about 2 hours already, so we are both a little bit more tired. So yeah, we just gotta try to close things out. So for the third time in a row, I don't get the end of the match because my phone dies, but we do manage to close out the second set. I have decided after this match that I would definitely rather just break my left wrist and keep hitting with a two-hander. If you guys are watching up to this point, please leave a like and a comment, and of course subscribe if you guys want to stick around and see more tennis content. And I will see you guys in the next video where I play my first USTA tournament. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun playing with him. Unfortunately, we only had one chance to play with each other, and we didn't get to record a second match during my time back in Maryland. But I hope to get him on the channel again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time.